Today we are going to be learning the alphabet. Let me just give you a little bit of an idea of what the French alphabet entails. It's got the same 26 characters that the English alphabet has, and it consists of vowels, that's in French, vowels, and consonants. And the vowels are the same. A, E, I, O, U, and there's also an extra one, the Y, but obviously it's pronounced differently. And the rest of the letters are consonants. So, the first thing we're going to be doing is to be learning the alphabet in its entirety and how to speak it as well. I'm going to be writing on the screen as I speak to make it easier for you to follow. The first alphabet is of course A as it's pronounced in English, but in French it's pronounced A. And it's written in the same way. A. And then we have the B, which is pronounced B. B. And then we have the C, which is pronounced C. Just like, hey, what do you say? And then we have the D, which is pronounced D. And then we have the E, which is pronounced E. And then we have the F, which is actually pronounced the same way, F. And then we have the G, but the G is actually pronounced like the J, which is pretty interesting and confusing as well. So it's not G, it's J. So let's recap so far. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is pronounced like J, except it's not really J, it's J. It's a little bit more stylish, I guess. J. Now let's look at the next one, which is H in English, but in French it's H. H. And then there's I, which is not pronounced I, it's pronounced E. I is pronounced like E. Very interesting. Well, not in French. The I in French is pronounced like the E in English, so E is E and I is E. Isn't that confusing? But that's the way it is. And then we have J, which is actually pronounced like G. G. K is Ka. L is pronounced L. M is pronounced M. N is pronounced N. That's pretty easy so far. So let's recap. H, E, J, K, L, M, N. And let's recap the whole thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. And then we have O, which is pronounced O. P for P, P. Q for Q, Q. R. This one is a little hard for some people. R is pronounced R. you'll have to, if you can say purr, like how cats purr, now just imagine how cats purr with their neck, their throat vibrating. That's kind of like how you would say air. Although it's not as guttural as a cat, it's not like it's more like air. S is S. T for T. U for you. Now let's recap. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. And then we have V, which is pronounced V. W is pronounced W. X is pronounced X. Y is pronounced Y. Y. And again, you gotta use the R with the guttural sound, but not just like the air. Y. And Z is pronounced Z. So it's Z in English, Z in US American English, and in French it's Z, and the D is the, like a the language, for example, Z. Now let's recap. V, W, X, Y, Z. Now let's recap the whole alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And finally, we have the accents. There's accent aigu, there's accent grave, which is the same as aigu except it's on the other side. And then there's accent circonflexe, which is this one here. So accent aigu, accent grave, accent circonflexe. Aigu, grave, circonflexe. Accent aigu, accent grave, accent circonflexe. And these are used above the letters to differentiate pronunciation, or even the meaning of the word changes in some situations.